The White House is taking new steps to address a rise in cyber attacks on the U.S. The plan would expand minimum cybersecurity requirements for critical sectors of the nation's economy and government. Online threats come from China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. And energy companies, food companies, schools, and hospitals have been targeted in recent years. Joining us now to discuss the importance of this is Fred Scholl, Associate Teaching Professor and Director of the Graduate Cybersecurity Program at Quinnipiac University. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So the reality is a lot of us spend a lot of time online these days, and it may not be something that we think about all the time as we're surfing the web, but how important is cybersecurity?
Well, we're in a cyber war, right? We see symptoms of it in the news headlines all the time, whether it's in real estate, banking, healthcare, ransomware. So it's become, I mean, it has been a national security issue for a while. It's becoming even a more critical national security issue affecting our way of life with the other, actors that you just talked about. And so this is really the first, I congratulate the Biden administration. This is the first sort of comprehensive plan that I think gives us a chance to defend ourselves against these attackers. So I'm very excited about it.
And to highlight, this is not a law, but it's a new policy, a plan, like you said. What exactly is the White House proposing?
Well, I think they are talking about stronger regulations for not only enterprise firms like banks and other private industry like that. They're also talking about stronger and stricter regulations for vendors who are supplying the software and hardware that we use. And the encouraging thing about that is I think they're recognizing, look, businesses, small businesses, nobody has unlimited resources to fix these problems. So they're talking about having a more measured approach to the requirement. And so I think it's kind of a carrot and stick. They're going to have stronger regulations, but they're going to recognize if you're a small business, you can't necessarily put in place the same kind of controls that an enterprise bank does. So I'm pretty encouraged about that.
Obviously, this requires a team effort and a massive effort. Is there anything, though, that we can do personally in our own lives, on our own devices, that would be helpful to combat this situation?
Well, I think that we have to a lot of security technology has gone in place. I think the main thing is just to be aware that hackers are looking for ways to get around this technology. And you have to be as aware of what's going on as you would be if you're walking down a street in a city where you've never been there. You're going to keep your eyes and ears open. You need to do the same thing online and don't take shortcuts because, the technology isn't perfect. You still have to be aware. I think that's the main thing I would suggest.
That makes sense. Some very good information on an important topic. Fred Scholl of Quinnipiac University, thank you so much for being with us and have a great weekend.
Thank you for having me. You too.